So here we are on the second week of officially being back for Sunday ukulele. And I'm just going to take a peek and see if those sheets are up on the, there they are. If you don't see them on your website, just hit refresh on your page and then it should show up. And yeah, if anyone has any questions about those items, actually we're going to go over them right now anyway. So that'll be easy peasy. So the one that I'm going to take a look at is the picking patterns. You know, everywhere I put my microphone, it's in the wrong spot. So sorry, I'm just going to move there. Okay, there. Better just not bug me there. All right, here we go. So picking patterns. Do you see my Word document of picking patterns? Yeah, okay. So these are just some, of course. I mean, it's like, I don't know how many patterns there are. Endless. There you go. Well, not endless, but you know, quite a few. So what I did was I took the this one, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's just picking strings. 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'll show I'll show my hands too in a jiffy. So we've got that one. Okay. And then the next one is just the exact opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Now, I don't expect you guys to do all of these every day. A bunch of these are just ideas for you to use. Now, I know that we did talk about that one last week, I believe, and these two are the ones that are featured. No, I might have inverted them. No, that's it. In the morning meditation, those two right there. Okay, so when you're practicing different picking patterns, it warms up your fingers, and you can also start to identify different parts of songs in there. So what I'm going to do is stop sharing the screen. Where am I? Here we go. And what I'm going to do is just let Robin in. That's what I'll do. And I'm going to stand here and I'm going to play 4, 3, 2, 1 to warm up. Okay. I'm just going to, I'm not even going to worry about making a chord. Well, just the open strings right now. If you guys can do that too, that'd be awesome. And see how I'm planting my fingers down. I'm doing it real quick right now. But you can slow it down. That is the full plant. It's got different names depending on which which style of music you play, what your background is. But the whole idea is get those fingers down on the strings, feel them. Feel where those strings are so that you can help to train your fingers. You're not going to do that necessarily like when you're picking a pattern. This is to help you that sense of touch. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is do the next picking pattern. So I did that 4, 3, 2, 1, and I put my fingers down and then I picked each one off individually, right? Now the next one, I can't do that. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm not going to worry about gluing my fingers down. I know sometimes people get in the mindset of thinking you need to do that. That's just to train the fingers. Now I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll slow it down, kind of rip it along here. Before more. You see how my fingers were getting tucked away? Like I was doing that? It just dawned on me, like that's not the best way to show you guys. Normally, I try to keep my fingers coming back, so they're always ready to play. I was doing that because I was watching my fingernails with the polish on them. And you might not be able to use all those fingers yet. Okay? You might be watching this and going like, okay, well I can do this. Cool. You're getting your fingers moving. I'm trying to do different different variations, but it's kind of messing my head right now. If you can get all those fingers moving, that's a goal, right? But it doesn't happen right away. And don't worry about that. It'll come. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is 4, 3, 2, 3. And I'm going to do it slow here. 4, 3, 2, 3. That's our next one here. And after this, we're going to start looking at that morning meditation again. So just try to play along with me. We're just waking up that picking hand. Some people do this. It's okay. You know, it's okay to do that. But if you can use the bunny ear fingers, they like to be together, I think. They like to work together. Okay, now I'm going to go 1, 3, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pull up that music. I'm hoping that you guys have been able to do some of these with me. These,
Tina,
yeah,
I'm wondering, is there an advantage to picking the way you do? Because I usually pick the fourth and the third with my thumb, but is there an advantage to using the index on the third?
It depends on the song you're playing. So using your thumb on the fourth and the third can be good for like alternating bass notes, like that. I do that a lot, alternating with my thumb. But there's a lot of finger picking patterns that, oh, there we go. You'll find that it's going to be tricky hopping your thumb back and forth. So you're going to lose a little bit of agility with some of the stuff we're doing right now. So the advantage is to make sure that you've got a thumb and fingers assigned to each string. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I had to think, I'm like, oh, what am I trying to say here? Well, I don't know. Let's see. I do both, right? That's the thing. I hop back and forth. So ultimately, I want you guys to be able to do everything. Just do it all. I'm going to bring up that, whatchamacallit, the morning meditation. And I'm going to bring up the whole shebang, I think is what I'm going to do. There we go. So I'm just pulling it up off the website. First thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to play the whole thing right away. I'm going to just sit and play the first section. Okay. And then while I'm doing that, I want you guys to check in with me, you know, ask me questions. Let me know how your practice went with it. All that sort of stuff, okay? There we go. Okay, so now I'm kind of like, I've got everything hiked up kind of high because I'm trying to look at everything on both screens, and I don't normally sit up quite like this to play, but you know, at least this way you can see both hands. Middle finger is your goal with this one. It wants to stay on that fourth string. Okay, so I'll get going on this. By all means, play along with me. I'll count us in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Up to 5th fret. Second fret. And then the quick change. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do a little bit, no, I'll keep the speed. Then I'll change it. Fifth fret. Second fret. Let's play that first ending one more time. Okay, so that's the first section, right? So how did people feel about practicing that? Like, I know I might have played it faster than you had played it through the week, or maybe slower, but you know, give me your
Will you share the music next time, please?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Thank you. I couldn't remember.
Hey, I have a question.
Yep.
In bar 7, you've got 5-4-0-4-4-3-0, but isn't the 5-4, that's the same, the 4 and the 0 are both E's, aren't they? So it sounds funny.
It's the tone sound of playing the note open versus on a fret.
Okay.
Yeah, right on. It's definitely the same note. I like.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to share that screen this time. There we go. All right, let's. You guys can see the morning meditation screen okay? Is it big enough? Yeah, make it bigger. Is that better? It's like an eye test, an eye examination. What about now? Is it better now? I'll have it like this so that we can see the 3 lines. Okay, let's play it together. And yeah, we'll just hit the first ending again. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and, oh, maybe slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and second fret. 2, 2, 2. Okay, next bar. Up to 5th fret. 2nd fret. Okay, first ending, so up to the 5/4/04, here we go. 4th fret. Okay, back to the beginning. Fifth fret. Back down to 2nd fret. Now I'm going to take that 2nd ending. Okay, so that's at the bottom of the screen there, and that's you guys see where I'm highlighting it there, where it's a 2/1/01. Now we're making our A major chord. Okay. Here we go. Still the same picking pattern. Here we go. 2. All right, and now we wait so I can scroll. It looks a little sketchy, right? I was thinking about this part and thinking, yeah, it looks kind of hairy, but it's surprising what you can do, right? So now we're staying on the A chord here. We're just going to play that same picking pattern again. So just with your A chord, here we go. This next one, don't worry too much about reading the tab so much as thinking about, okay, this next one here is an F sharp minor. So you're just adding your ring finger down on string 2, fret 2. Okay, so make the F sharp minor, same picking pattern. Now finger comes off, go back to an A chord. Finger goes back down, go back to that F sharp minor. And then finger goes off, so it's all about just lifting and just a ring finger, right? Back to the A chord. Next line, finger goes back down, back to that F sharp minor. I'm going to stop there. I want you guys just to listen to me playing that part. Because after a while you pick it apart and then it stops sounding like much of anything, right? Okay, so from that 2nd ending, this is what we've got. And that takes you just to the ending of here, that 2nd line. So you're just goofing around with the A chord. You play that twice, and then you're going back and forth between that F sharp minor to the A, only using the one picking pattern at that point, which is strings 4, 3, 2, 3. Now over here, you don't pick up that ring finger and put it back down, you just leave it down. And this is where you start moving around the fretboard. So when I look at it, I only think about that first note of each set of 4. So 2, 5, 4, 7, 5, 9. That's a good set to look at right there, because you're just leading that middle finger up and down the fretboard. So that pattern, keeping that finger, that hand position in that F sharp minor shape, which looks like a G7 built on the wrong string. Sounds like this. So we've got 2, 5, 4, 7, 5, 9. Okay, and And what the numbers I was calling out there was just all the ones on that fourth string. Because that fretting hand, it's like just taking a cookie cutter and plopping it down on different spots. Just this little framework on different spots of the fretboard. So let's do this. I want you to make your F sharp minor shape. So 2, 1, 2, right there. Okay. And what I want you to do is just strum that chord. Okay. Now, once you've got it there on that second fret, I want you to come with me, just take the whole thing up to the 5th fret. Yeah, and just strum it. So now you're strumming 5, 4, 5. And now come down to your 4th fret, so you just back up towards the head of the ukulele by 1 fret. Okay, next one is going to be 7. Okay, once you've got that, come down to your 5th fret. Okay, and now up to your 9th fret. And if you feel comfortable doing that, then do the next line too, which is 7. I think the next line is actually easier because now you go to the 10, which has for a lot of you guys, has a dot on the fret. 10, 11, and 12. Okay. If you sat there and strummed it, it might sound kind of crazy. Well, it sounds messed up, hey? But I kind of like those sorts of sounds these days. Now what I'm going to do is apply that picking pattern, the 4, 3, 2, 3, to each one of those chord shapes. And when I play it, I'm just going to call out the 4th fret number. Okay, here we go. So our speed will be that speed, nice and slow. I'm going to play them like quarter notes because you got to be able to find these spots. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2nd fret. Now up to 5. 4th fret. And if you have to strum the chord while I do it, cool. If you want to pick it, do that. Okay, now we're on the 5th fret. 5. Okay, now we're taking it up to the 9th fret. Bottom line, we're on 7. 10. 11. Get your fingers up in their tippy toes. 12th fret. And I'm going to go for it. I'm going to hit the little harmonic on that 12th fret of the 1st string, and that's done by just touching the string right over top of that 12th fret and plucking. Yeah. So I propose we do that again. So good for the brain. Ha. All right, so I'm going back to that. The 2 right there.
So Tina, what fingers are you using for all that shape? Are you using your middle, ring, and little finger?
To make that chord shape on my fretboard, I am using my middle, index, and ring finger. I'm making it just like I would like a G7 chord.
So you are using your index finger.
I'm using my, you know, I'm going to stop sharing for a second so you guys can see me. I always think it's so hard to, there. That's the fingering I'm using there.
Okay.
I had this set up earlier and it's like it teetered back up on me. All right, let's see. I'll share this again and hopefully, actually, you know what? I won't share it yet. I'm going to just play it so you can watch my fingers. And then hopefully that's helpful. All these hopes, eh? Oh, come here, you. Where did you go? There we go. So I'm there on the 2, 5, 4, 7, 5, 9. Now I'm on the bottom line with 7, 10, 11, 12. And then, now I'm going to play through it fast so you guys can hear it cranked up, just so you can be like, whoa, look at those hands go. But the whole thing there is you just follow that, the fret on that 4th string. That's your guide. And it sounds kind of neat, right? Because the whole idea that I have with the song is to have it be reflective of like a little, you know, a bird in flight, right? Do, 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 do. So I figure I can get that by... And you may as well use the whole fretboard, right? Just bring it on, you know, but it's just a 1 chord shape. Okay, so what I propose we do now is play through that whole first section.
Tina,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to disturb you again, but
Okay.
which finger goes to the next fret? Is it your index finger, or is it those other two? That has always confused me.
Ah, okay. So it's whatever's on that 4th fret. So this whole thing with this study is to keep that finger anchored, or 4th string. Okay. So whatever's on that 4th string. So when I say that, there's 2. So just watch my hands there. So 2, 5, 4. So whatever's happening there, right? I'll even, like, sometimes I'll do this. I'll lift up my finger a little bit so that I have a little bit more of a purpose in terms of putting my finger down, and that can help me. 7.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's as I'm petting my ukulele, I have so much fun playing it, you know? It's just like, all these instruments, they're so much fun, aren't they? All right, let's do this again, hey? I won't pet my ukulele now. I'll stop. Well, actually, I might pet it again. Good little ukulele. All right, let's do this. So here we go, the very beginning part. So just going, you know, back and forth between the frets 2 and 2, and then 5 and 5 in that first section. Here we go. We'll play the first ending, and then we'll skip into that second ending. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Then get on that 2nd fret. Here we go up to the 5th. Now we're going back down to the 2nd. First ending. So we've got our middle finger is on that 5th fret, index is on the 4th on the next string. Here we go. Shift back to your 4th. Back on that 2nd fret, 2 and 2 there. Okay, back up to the top, here we go. Up to the 5th fret. Now we're going back down to the 2nd fret. we're at that second ending. We've skipped over that first ending, we're at the second ending. So that means we want to make our A chord now. Just our regular A, not A minor, but A major. Here we go. Okay, next line, still on the A. Now things are going to start stirring up a little bit, right? This is where you're going to make that F sharp minor and then to the A. So just the one picking pattern, strings 4, 3, 2, 3 is all we're going to use for the rest of this section. Here we go, on that F sharp minor. Lift off your ring finger, go back here to your A chord. And do that whole thing again. F sharp minor, back to A. Okay, at this point now we're on bar 13. And this is where I'm just going to reference the fret on the 4th string. Here we go. So fret 2, keeping the F sharp minor shape down. Now we're going to take that up to the 5th fret, to the 4th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, take it up to the 9th fret, take a deep breath. You've made it this far, you're rocking it. Okay, last line, here we go, down to that 7th fret, 10th fret, 11, 12, hit a harmonic on your 12th fret, or just play that 12th fret on the 1st string, or just play the 12th fret on the 1st string. Okay, give your brain a break. It's a lot of moving around, and now we just give ourselves a break. That's as far as I want to go with that song today, making sure that everyone's got that, everyone's feeling comfortable with that movement. Now I am going to play the next part in case there is anybody that is feeling like they want that next run, but I'm not going to dig into it over and over again. But looking at it, if you guys have that first page, you've almost got the whole song, right? The only thing that's extra is that little rundown on that next page. So I'll play that. There, okay. So you can hear it, and you just make that, again, that A chord shape, and now you're just coming down the fretboard. So this is a chromatic motion where you're hitting chromatic, like you're hitting all those frets. So you play your 12th fret, you get comfy here, 12, plucking strings 4, 3, 2, and then 11, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7. So middle finger is still your lead for this. So 6th fret now. 5, 4, 3. You're home free. You're back at the same material that you had on the first page. To the 5th fret, but you know what? What I'm going to do is play through that that chromatic run again, just so you can hear how I slow it down as I get into the like bar 22, where the first part comes back. So I tend to slow down as I get close to the. I think it's around the 5th fret there. I tend to slow down. Okay, here we go. Try this. 12, 11, 10, 9, Yeah, you can slow it right down, right? And really, you're going to play the song the way you want to play it. Keeping that, the only thing I ask is that you keep your middle finger of your fretting hand on your fourth string. There we go. Yeah. That's the only thing that I ask is middle finger. If you can keep that glued on the fourth string the whole time, that's awesome. If something happens and your fingering changes, let's say, okay, maybe up here you're playing and you've got a different fingering up in this first section. It's not the end of the world, right? Like, it's easy to navigate, and then hopefully you can change it. Maybe when you get to that first ending, you get your middle finger on that fourth string instead. But it isn't really going to be the biggest deal until you get to that second section. That's where you really want to make sure you got that middle finger down. I just like to keep it down the whole time so that I don't have to worry about it, just like a train on a track. I keep that middle finger riding on the fourth line rail. So I'm going to stop sharing this for a minute. And what I want to share is this. There we go. Our little weekly quick practice sheet. So the whole thought that I have with this is, hopefully is it big enough that everyone can see it? Oh, it's going to be too big. All right, that's going to be that crazy game that I play where I'm like, what's too big for the screen and what's an okay size? So this is a reference to, just like, if you don't have a lot of time to practice, here's a way to think about it. And I've done up this sheet just for your as a resource for yourself. I'm never going to ask you to like hand something in. Can you imagine? Okay, I want you to get it initialed by a friend or a relative or something to indicate that yes, you actually did the practice, and then I get it handed in and then I mark it. No. Wouldn't that be funny? Oh, the whole idea is that you've got your candy song, whatever your favorite song is to play, just maybe write it down. Like, okay, I'm going to use this song. And which picking pattern did you practice? Maybe you focus on just picking the 4-3-2-3 picking pattern right then. And the scenario is you only got like 5 minutes to practice. What are you going to do? Right? And then picking song, maybe what you'll do right now is maybe you've got another song that you like to play where you're picking the melody notes. Awesome. Do that. Or maybe it's the first part of this morning meditation. Whichever. But you start with something that you already know, that you enjoy playing, and then you finish with something also that you enjoy playing, right? You just work a little bit of tricky stuff in the middle, or new stuff, right? So let's find out, survey says, like, if you can think of a song that you think of as dessert, like your treat song for having done something that's a bit of work, what would you say it is? Anyone got any song titles they care to share?
Sure. It's Fred from Calgary.
Yeah? Hello.
One of my all-time favorites is Salty Dog.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Okay, Salty Dog. Yeah, that's a good one to have for a dessert song. Anyone else got one?
Blue, Stay Away.
Yeah, right on. Right on. Any other dessert songs there? No? What about to start off the practice? What would you consider a nice, like a Easy song to get you going. It's starting with dessert and finishing with dessert, really, but I can't call it dessert both sides. What song would you start off a 5-minute practice with? Anybody got any? Might be like a 2-chord song.
I always start out with your Stairway to Heaven that you shared last year with the picking pattern.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
one. Yeah, right on. Nice. Okay. Anyone else got? I forgot I did that one. I have to look at that. Anyone
I
else?
don't know if this is a candy song, but I'm working on learning Colors by Donovan right now.
Oh, nice.
And so right now, that's the first thing I start with.
Perfect.
Yeah, and it's Sunday morning, so I'm feeling kind of gospel.
Mhm.
So I will do "Will the Circle Be Unbroken"
Nice.
as a picking pattern and just really slow it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, right on. Oh, these ideas, you guys. Okay, that's beautiful. So there's all sorts of different things that can be a candy song, right? Something that you just want to start with, and then you work on, you know, the work stuff comes in here, and it doesn't have to be what we're talking about today either. It's just a way to make sure that you got a couple of minutes to work on something. Here you go. Sorry.
How about down on the corner?
Yeah, absolutely. That's like a perfect song to just chill out to. I like that. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing this because you guys, I mean, you've got ideas there, you've got all that, you're feeling, I think you've got that. Now let's grab that other one. All the picking patterns. Just to take a look at that again. Make that bigger. Oops. No, screwed it up. There, okay. So ones that we've been looking at so far with these sessions have just been these 4. I've spaced everything out for a reason, because you might print off this sheet and add a bunch of your own picking patterns to it, because there's so many more. And this, right now is just really looking at, like over there, 4 beats or maybe 4/8 notes. Like there's nothing really in 3/4 time except for a little bit up here. So there's lots of space for you to write other picking patterns down. And it can be fun just to grab different ones. Let's see. There, 4/1/2/1. I was shopping around like, oh, which one am I going to play? Yeah. Oh, you could take your C chord. I just took my C chord and started moving up the fretboard. That sounded kind of neat. Make your C chord, you guys. Just your regular old C chord. Give it a strum. Okay. And then if we do that picking pattern, so we're playing strings 4/1/2/1 with whatever fingers, I'm using my thumb on my 4th string, and because I'm not doing anything on the 3rd string for this picking pattern, I've just got my middle finger that I'm plucking that string with, is what I'm doing. But you could do, as long as you're using more than just your thumb, you're golden. So I'm going to go on that. I'm going to go 4/1/2/1, 4/1/2, and we're just going to check. Hopefully everyone's pretty much got that going. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. Okay, focus, Tina. There we go. Now, while we're doing that, you know that you can find that C chord in more than one spot on your fretboard. We're playing the open C chord right now. play your C chord like this. Instead of playing on the 3rd fret, I want you to move up to the 7th fret. Okay, here we go. Give it a strum, make sure you got it. Now do that picking pattern again, 4, 1, 2, 1, but now you've got this really light, bright C. And maybe what you want to do is take again this picking pattern. You've played on the normal C, and then you've taken it and you've played it up on that 7th fret. You can add extra notes on other strings, but I'm just goofing around with it so that it's all focused on the 1 string. Play on the 5th fret now. So everything's open except for that 5th fret on the 1st string. I should slow down. And then let's go back down to the regular C. Here we go. And move down to normal C. That pattern's a nice one because it's emphasizing the 1st string a couple of times there, so you can pick out that melody there. Got some sort of notification, but I'm not sure what it is. I'm going to stop sharing and just take a look and see what's going on here. There, oh, it is. It's a little chat there. Oh, okay, Fred's got to take off. Bye, Fred. Okay, so I'm doing that 4, 1, 2, 1. Check this out. 4, 1, 2, 1, and you can sit there and just have a good old time moving the 1 finger up and down the strings, right? I like that. Let's see now. Sometimes it becomes a little too much, though. I guess I can... No, never enough. Add more fingers. Yeah, I'll just keep playing. I'm just putting a finger down on the 2nd string. I'm turning it into C sus4. These picking patterns, like they're on that sheet to give you different exercises for your fingers, to get you thinking about picking in different ways, but also, like, you don't know where it's going to take you. Maybe you'll write a tune, maybe you'll come up with a different way to accompany a song, right? Again, like so often I use the same scenario, right? Like you're sitting in a group and you're playing and everyone's strumming. Everyone's doing the same thing, but you want to have a different sound. This is a way you can choose a different picking pattern. Some of them will work for some songs and some of them won't, right? Depends on the style of the song too. But this is a way where you can just have some people right? Some people be strumming. Let's try this, see if we can do this. Okay, so I'll do the picking, you guys do the strumming, okay? So everyone get on your C chord and just strum like 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Keep it simple. And when I ask you to change to the F chord, just be ready to hop on that, okay? Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, C. So strum along with me. F chord, here we go. Back to C. F. We better do a G7, otherwise I'm going to go crazy. Okay, G7, ready? And C. So if you had a song where you're, some people are strumming those 3 chords, you could sit there. And I made my F the special F, where I kept my finger down on the 3rd fret. Instead of making the F like that, I call it the special. Although I had to stretch, my fingering kind of trapped me, right? It was like that. I was like, okay, stretch back. But that way you get that little bright sound going too, right? So whatever this hand is doing for that, it's a picking pattern that's just going to repeat. So you don't have to worry about this hand. Once you've got that picking pattern down, it's all trained up, right? And it's just this hand that's going to be moving around. So it's can be a little bit of fun there. So you might find, oh, Kat, you're really ripping along on your screen. Nice! You look like you're just having a ball over there. That's awesome! I am going to have to bring back that Stairway to Heaven. I haven't played that one for so long. Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to have to bring that one back. That would be a lot of fun. Then we can always just review some things, right? All right. Oh, it's 10 already. Okay. I know I started a little late today because I was hoping that when I went inside the coffee would have magically brewed itself, and it didn't. And all I have is my coffee mug with water in it, and it just seems so wrong. I mean, I know water is good for you, but I wanted caffeine. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording here, unless anyone has any questions about the technique, because that might be a good thing to ask or make a comment about, so that everyone has a chance to hear questions or no. Okay. Then I'm gonna stop the recording, and then we can do goodbyes or chats or whatever, okay?